What it do, people? You know what it is, and you know what it sounds like. NBA, picking with Pop. Let's roll.
Yeah. Great fire. Rich famous.
When the chicken, then the money line clicking. Those who do it daily, one-on-one popovism. Cooper Gray got the fire badge lit up. Hit the bad line in the air, throwing signals. When the chicken, then the money line clicking. Those who do it daily, one-on-one popovism. Cooper Gray got the fire badge lit up. Hit the bad lines in the air, throwing signals.
1,000 on the table, 100,000 in the bank account. I'm trying to get rich. Who else in the building trying to break the house? What it do, people? Happy Sunday fun day. Still getting used to doing the NBA on Sunday. I ain't gonna lie, Sunday fun day is strictly for football. I think it's like the third week where I got to get up a little early. Instead of focusing on the football games, I got to give out the picks to y'all. But nonetheless, let's give a quick recap before we get into today's NBA ticket. 11 games on the ticket today. Yesterday, only 4. And yesterday on the NBA picking with Pop, we finally got all the games right. We went 4-0. We hit our one pick with Chicago Bulls. And yeah, I told you I was going to be an underdog day. So that brings our total record up to 69-71 overall. And on the locks, not from Yonkers, 31-30. So out of 31 picks on the locks, we above 500 by 1, and hopefully we could just keep the momentum rolling today. Like I said, today is a nice little ticket in the NBA. I'm not gonna lie, I did some studying. The games is at 11. That's another thing I don't be rushing to do either, unless I feel like it's a good bet for sure. Then I may make a bet at night. I may make a bet early in the morning. But, you know, with the NBA, as far as who's going to play, who's not going to play, going back into the history, studying, looking at the players' points, minutes, shots, I do all that, you know what I mean, when I'm doing vigorous, quote-unquote, studying. So now, like it's 11:45 in the morning, you know what I mean, like getting ready to meet up with the fellas. We go on the Wild Wings on Sundays, what we do, watch the games, put some bets in. I ain't even really thinking about NBA right now, but because of the video, and we said we're going to do every single day, every single game, we're going to, break it down for y'all. But with that being said, first game on the slate, we got Houston Rockets out on the road at Detroit Pistons. Detroit Pistons, they looking all right. They looking all right. They playing well. Won their last game against Atlanta Hawks. They didn't cover though for us. Lost to Charlotte by 1. And then they beat the Lakers, and then they beat the Nets. And the Nets is balling, even though they losing, but far as the spread. In this one here, I see Houston winning. See Houston coming off that ass whipping of OKC, rightfully so. OKC just lost their first game of the season, so you know they was coming out with vengeance. I like Houston. I like Houston to win. I like Houston to cover. The public is on Houston as well. 67% minus the spreads, right? Next game up, we got a good game. Hopefully, we got the Boston Celtics coming off that squeaker over the Brooklyn Nets, and we got Milwaukee Bucks coming off that loss to the New York Knicks. Knicks spanked them. But we just seen this game not too long ago. We seen Boston get at Milwaukee. Fourth game of the season. It was a close one until it wasn't. Celtics beat them 119-109 at the Garden. Let me see. Giannis played, Lillard played, 33-30. They both had great numbers. The bench, they played a lot of players. Jaylen Brown played in that game, I believe. I don't know if he's playing tonight. Let me look at RotoWire real quick. Like I said, you know what I mean? This is all live, even though it's pre-recorded. Doing this shit in real time. I don't really edit. I just put the pictures and shit in, to be honest. Let me see if he's playing tonight. Celtics. RotoWire. Here you go, right here. Look like he game time decision. He might play, he might not play, but I ain't gonna lie, I like the Bucks. I know he's not supposed to go against Boston, but they not the They're not the boogeyman. They won the chip, and now they got to try to do it again. Doesn't mean that they're going to do it again. And in the NBA, like I said, no matter how good you are, you're not going to go undefeated. No matter how bad you are, you're not going to go winless. You're going to win some games, even against the best teams. I think the Bucks and them win today outright. I'm taking the Bucks with the 3.5. That's why that spread's so low. They're trying to gas y'all. Let me see what the odds is. Yeah, 81%. Boston, not even. It's 4.5. Not even giving the Bucks a chance. I like the Bucks at home. Next game up, my New York Knicks at Indiana. This is another rematch game. We see Indiana ball on the New York Knicks. I had took the Knicks that game at the Garden. They got us. I think the Knicks winning today, not because they beat on the Bucks. I think the Knicks is a better team, a tougher team who was just still trying to figure it out. And as the games go, as they get practices under their belt, plus it's a quick revenge game, like, oh, y'all just bust our ass in our spot. Now we going to return the favor. I like the Knicks straight up. Next game, Washington at Orlando. Orlando giving 10.5. Y'all know how I like to do the half. I get it. Orlando just beat, forget who they just beat. Washington, obviously coming off the loss to the Grizzlies, to the Lakers, to the Heat, and 3-game losing streak. Magic got their first win without their star. Beat up on the Pelicans. Could they beat up on Washington by 10.5? Of course they could, but I don't think they will. Let me do this real quick. Rapid fire. Last 5 matchups, Washington Wizards, Orlando Magic. Let's look and see. Orlando basketball, see how their last match has been going. Whew, it's looking ugly right now. Magic done own these boys 6 straight. 119, 109, 119, 127, not covering. 125, 130, not covering. 120, 139 covered. The 10.5 we're talking about. 109, 116, not covering. 112, 122, not covering with that 10.5. I think I'll take the Washington Wizards. Just because I'm sure those games was with their best player, Ben Carroll. He's not there now. Could they still blow him out? Yes. Do I think they will? No. I think they win the game, though. Next game. We out at Charlotte. Charlotte getting 4.5 from the Philadelphia 76ers. They struggling. They 1-7. They looking real bad, but players in and out of the lineup. I like Philly. I wonder why they either duping us or they not duping us. Give them 4.5. Charlotte been fake playing all right. Beat the Pacers. Beat Philly, Pistons by 1. They definitely beat the shit out the Pacers though. Pacers don't play no defense. LaMelo and them, they like to get up and down the field. This is a tough one. I ain't gonna lie. I see why the people is on Charlotte. But I'm going with Philly at home to win on the Sunday fun day. I like Philly minus the 4.5. Next game up, we got Miami out on the road getting 8 from the Minnesota Timberwolves. No more Anthony Towns, so the Jimmy Butler dynamic and, that whole fiasco when he played there. I don't think they should be giving 8 to Miami. I just don't. I see Minnesota winning. They on a 3-game win streak, beat the Hornets, the Bulls, the Blazers, all bottom feeders. And Miami is middle of the pack, but I'm sure they got pride. They got some big men. Adebayo can hang out with Rudy Gobert. They got some wing players. Jimmy Butler probably could deal with Ant-Man. I'm going to grab the 8. But first, before I grab the 8 for sure, let's go back to RotoWire and see if anybody's out. And it's still early, depending on when the game starts. All right, Miami, who's out? Jimmy Butler is out. That's why they're giving him 8. I think they can hang still without Jimmy Butler. 8 is a lot to me. Miami out on the road. Let me look at Miami real quick. They 3-5. 3-game losing streak to the Kings, to the Suns, to the Nuggets. They got 3 more games on the road. They got the Wolves, Pistons, Pacers twice. They on an extended road trip. We're going to give Miami the benefit of the doubt without Jimmy Butler. Y'all know I think this shit's scripted and rigged. And just when you pull a play or you put a player back in, sometimes it don't go as as intended. So we gonna go with Miami. Next game up, we got the Golden State Warriors out on the road at OKC. OKC giving 6. This is gonna be a good game, 7 o'clock game. Two good teams, 7-2, 8-1. I like Golden State with the 6. No, they got spanked in their last game, rightfully so, right? Who they lost to? Lost to the Cavaliers. It was devastating. And they on an extended road trip too. Was at Houston, beat Houston. Washington, beat the Celtics. Then had to go to Cleveland. 2 tough teams back to back. You had a day off to lick your wounds. And now you come back out. I think they play well against OKC. Let me just check that real quick too though. Real time. Should have just did a live show. Last 5 matches, Golden State Warriors, OKC. Land of basketball, what we looking like. And this don't really be meaning shit in the grand scheme of things. It's just to give you a quick idea of how the matches and shit been going in case you forgot from last year, etc. Who's there, who was not. Did anybody play that's not playing now that got drafted, etc., traded, I mean. And it looks like OKC won the last 3 matches, 136, 138 overtime, 130, 123 overtime. So they barely covered the 6 by 1. And then 128, 109, so that's a blowout. Then prior to that, Warriors won 2 games. 141, 139, and 136, 125. Damn. I was on the Warriors thinking they could keep it close. A lot of people is on the Warriors too, 67, 72%. This is a tough one, I ain't gonna lie. Thunder Buddies, as JaY like to call them, right? At the crib, they do be balling. I'm gonna see if Golden State can bounce back from a strong ass whipping. We're gonna see if they can bounce back. I'm gonna go with the Warriors. Next game, we got Dallas at Denver. Denver giving 4. Luka Doncic is questionable. Always hurt, man. Know what I mean? Like a lot of these new players, y'all new niggas, y'all some new niggas. I'm gonna just keep it a buck. Can never be a Mike and the Barkleys and the certain Oakley players that was strong, tough, coming to play every game. Like, you know what I mean? Little hammy, little hip flexor, getting all that money, and I'm not knocking it. Milk the game, do the system. You made it to be the best around. Nothing's ever gonna take you down. So you can do what you want, but the fans and people just be looking like, oh, this is probably why you ain't gonna really win no chip, because you're not never really fully healthy, strong, ready to go. You know what I mean? Some Kobe Bryant shit, shooting the free throws with the broken Achilles and all that. Y'all remember that. Anyway, I guess that's why the spread is 4. I was leaning towards Dallas to get the bounce back. You know what I mean? Denver has been looking pretty good now. Jamal Murray is back at home. I'm gonna go with Denver. I'm gonna go with Denver. Dallas, I gotta get it together. I'm gonna go with Denver. I'm gonna go with Nurkic. You know what I mean? Go with the Joker. Next game, Sacramento at Phoenix. Kevin Durant is out. Phoenix is getting 1. I hate when they do that. Normally teams gonna get blown out when it's -1 or they try to trick you. Sacramento got to prove it to me. I'm going with Phoenix, even though they don't got Kevin Durant. That's more shots for Booker. That's more shots for Bradley Beal. Sacramento, y'all got to prove it to me. Y'all not really about that life. Next game, Memphis out on the road at Portland. Portland at home, getting 1. Still no John Morant. I'm going with Portland to pick up a win at home. I ain't buying Memphis today. Last game of the night before we make this video while long. 14 minutes so far. Toronto at Lakers. Lakers giving 10.5. We just seen this game where Lakers was up by 53, you know what I mean, in the first half. The first quarter, 43 to like 10, some crazy shit. Then all of a sudden, Toronto come walking them down. Toronto, they just played in LA. They just got the cover, not the win, yesterday at the Clippers, and we did a 1 pick on Toronto as well. Yeah, kid, that feeling. I love when I win. Hate when I lose. Clippers won by 2. You know what I mean? Now Now they at Lakers, and I told y'all this is not always a surefire thing. But normally when the players go to LA, you play whichever team first, you win or you lose. The second game, you win or you lose. Like, for instance, they lost to the Clippers yesterday. I would not be surprised if they come in here and beat the Lakers outright. But I'm not going to bet on that. But I will take that 10.5. Lakers, y'all got to prove it to me. I know y'all was up. Anthony Davis came back. He looked good. But nah, I'm going with the young legs. I'm going with the team that ain't scared. I'm going with the team that be covering the spread, win or lose. Let's get to some locks real quick. I ain't even writing no locks down. It's coffee. We ready to rock and roll Sunday Funday.
Yeah. Great fire. Rich famous.
Winner, chicken dinner, money long clicking. Those who do it daily, one-on-one popovism. Coupon gray, got the fire badge lit up. Hit the band line in the air, throwing signals. Winner, chicken.
Winner, chicken dinner. All right, here go the locks. Not from Yonkers, but the locks that get you and me the winner, chicken dinners, like the song. We going with Houston. We going with the Knicks. We going with Golden State, even though I was a little shaky, a little nervous, a little shaky, a little nervous. We going with Golden State. We going with Phoenix at home without Kevin Durant. And we going with Portland. I know that's a bum team. They probably on some of y'all do not bet list, but that's who I'm going with. Let's get a quick recap. Houston, Knicks, Golden State, Phoenix, and Portland. 5 pick, not going to go crazy today. We're going to try to stay above 500. Let me know who you taking. Let me know who your parlays is. Let me know where you think I'm bugging out at. But of course, y'all was tuned into Popovich TV, another edition of NBA Picking with Pop. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic, that feeling back up in here one more again. Yeah, kid.